Everyone, Christian back here with another palm review, and this palm is going to be Gaussia Maya, known as the Maya palm. Now this palm kind of grows throughout parts of northern Central America, and it is interesting evolutionary process because this palm enjoys full sun, really kind of grows faster, has a big trunk, and if you look at this palm, and I'm going to do a review on Camedarias, or the parlor palm, or also known as the bamboo palm, and you notice a lot of similarities, both the flower bracts, the trunk, the color, and the leaflets, and you can see that these are really closely related. Gaussia is to Camedaria, and they're actually are the closest relation, and the closest relation also, one of the closer cousins of this palm is actually the bottle and the spindle palm, even though they grow halfway across the world. So a little bit of interesting information there. So this palm is native to, it starts in southern Mexico and it goes down into, it might go all the way down into Panama, I'm not entirely sure, and it might go a little bit into the Caribbean. I could look it up exactly where the dispersion is of the plant, but that's the basic part of it. It's called the Maya palm because it grows in a lot of old Mayan ruin areas. Pretty straightforward, and it is a very easy grower. As you can see, we'll get a little close up here. This is these are flower bracts. This is a mature plant, and the flower bracts actually grow really far down on the trunk comparative to the crown shaft, which is right here. A lot of crown shafted palms will actually have their flower bracts coming in intrafoliar, and inside the petiole up there would be right here, but way down here is where these guys are trying to produce some seed. Now they haven't put out any seed yet. The seed does turn red. It's relatively small, and it's relatively easy to grow. You just give some heat and some moisture and you're good to go. And I know I've been saying that a lot for a lot of these palms, but I've been trying to show you guys some palms that are uncommon but yet easy to grow, because if I show you guys a lot of palms that are growing, barely making it here in Florida, really hard to germinate, you might go out there, you might spend a lot of extra money on seeds and or plants, and it never feels good to spend a good chunk of money on a palm that looks nice, but it's just so hard to grow that it may not be worth it for your climate. So these do best in subtropical to tropical climates. I would say zone 9B and up. I've seen this growing marginally in zone 9. It will burn. You can go and see the leaflets. They are plumose, and it overall is a nice palm. It has been around for quite some time in the industry as a landscaping plant, an uncommon one, but it's popular in Miami. It was back in the 70s and 80s. You don't see it as much anymore because they get kind of leggy and tall, and they unfortunately get a little bit, they lose their beauty as they get older. When they look like this, when you can kind of see the trunk, see the crown, they're probably at the height of their beauty. So with that said, the seed is relatively easy to germinate. It's about the size of they look like little rocks, probably a 4 millimeters in diameter, and I just placed them in a bed of perlite. I had 500 seed of this, probably 497 came up, and that's how they are. They're just really easy, just a lot of moisture, a lot of heat. They grow in basically savannas and subtropical to tropical rainforests. They pretty easy to take care of. The only thing that they don't do that is not self-cleaning, you can see here, is that they're actually pseudo crown shafted, where they're not truly a crown shafted palm. You can see here it doesn't wrap all the way around, and when they do, this is similar to bottles and spindles. You'll see, like for example here, this is another Gaussia species. I'll go over Gaussia princeps. It looks more like a bottle palm, but here you can see that that the old petiole leaf bases do not fall off automatically. They kind of hold a little bit. It's not untidy, but it's not perfect looking like a foxtail, a royal, and a Christmas. So it's something to take into account. It's not any sort of major cleanup. You just kind of trim the leaves off, and it doesn't get real nasty like that. So with that said, I would give this palm an overall score about 7. The ease of growth is, the ease and speed of growth I would both give between a 9 and a 10, just because they are pretty fast. They don't suffer from many problems, nutritional deficiencies. They tend to grow in relatively any soil. They'll take a lot of water, and they'll even take a little bit of drought. They just won't grow as fast. Where they don't score so high is their long-term beauty, and they can get kind of leggy, and a lot of times people will end up trying to part ways with the, excuse me as I get a horsefly, and people tend to realize that their beauty over time kind of goes away. They do get a little bit weedy down here, so that may be my personal opinion over 15 years of growing palms, but that doesn't mean that you can enjoy it. It might be a perfect 10 for you. That's just my personal opinion. So with that said, I will leave the Gaussia Maya here, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoy these videos, and I will see you guys later.